here.
And back here on a Tuesday morning edition, Christian Company Live, City Council President Jimmy Gill, Mayor Ronnie Mark. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning.
Did you survive last night?
Survive. I'm here.
You here? Well, Decatur Daily and got a pay article this morning, and so does the News Courier about NAACP jumps on City Council.
Yeah, yeah.
What do they want from you?
I really don't know. L says.
Well, they want you to hire some black employees, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bottom line.
Now, there's no black policemen, right?
Well, we have had, but at this time, there is no black policeman. We have one vacancy now, and let me and Mr. Gill be straight up front today. If you're an applicant or want to apply for a job, please come in and apply for a job.
Apply.
We have had members that were there last night that I asked just not to speak up against that. We have expanded our search and our recruiting efforts to a lot of the other colleges. We have actually passed flyers out at churches in different places last year, and our doors is open. Please apply. We need a diverse workforce, but we're also, as Mr. Gill and I both said in the City Council, we're going to hire and employ the best qualified person, and and particularly with me, I'm not going to make this a race issue. It's not going to be. And we will we'll look at every applicant as they come in.
Jimmy, Bernard Simulton here, who's been on our program a couple times here, he's accusing officers of treating minority residents in Athens differently than white residents. Where's this coming from? Plato Jones Alley?
I actually don't know. That was brought up last night, and I don't know, not going back looking at the police report or when it was happening, was it recently? I know a year or two ago they had some problems with that.
Black people are told to get back in their homes while at their own property.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Now, have y'all heard about this?
Yes, sir. I have heard about it. And
not recently.
A couple of years ago, and we have hired, as you know, in February, Chief Floyd Johnson. I can say that since Chief Johnson's been on board, what an excellent job he is doing. And his concern is the same as mine and Mr. Gill's. We want to hire a diverse workforce, but we've not had one single issue come to the mayor's office or Chief Floyd Johnson since he's been on board. Now, that's been in February. A couple of years ago, I heard about those incidents, and I know that one time there was a lot of people gathered in the street while an investigation was trying to take place, and the police officer said, "You're hampering an investigation, and I'd request that you go back in your homes."
It was a one-time deal.
And I want to get specific to throw out those broad comments and look like that we have a police force or anybody else that picks on people is just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, all the people shouldn't have been out there hindering police responsibilities, right, Jimmy?
But here's the concern serious. We want to do a better job with this. The accusations, I don't believe, are true, and if they are, they need to come to us on an individual basis. But we do have a concern, I have a concern, that we have a diverse workforce, and we're trying to work to make it better.
So would this be an opportunity for a black man or a black female to step up and apply?
Thank you, Gloria. We have a vacancy right now.
Hello.
You got a vacancy down there, huh?
We have a vacancy now, so I encourage anybody to come into the personnel department and
now, if
apply.
no one applies, then you hire a white officer. Shame on y'all.
It just shouldn't be about race. I'm sorry.
It shouldn't be, but I mean,
the best qualified
the whole world, I mean, the United States is becoming more and more divided country, but we'll get on. That's a subject for another day. Anything else discussed last night besides the NAACP jumping on you?
That was the major topic. But, no, a lot of the accusation was untrue. I know I've been on council for 20 years. And
Jimmy, you're black.
Yeah.
I never noticed that. I just knew you was an Auburn fan. That's the reason I discriminate against you.
But anyway, people hired. And the main thing, when you go and come and fill out an applicant, it's qualifications and things you got to go through. And I believe wholeheartedly that it would be truly the right person to be hired, whether it's black, white, green, whatever.
So y'all didn't discuss anything else last night?
We had some comments about the audit, which I said today, when the council review it, it'll be on the August 27th agenda. We'll pass it, and it's open to the public until it's finalized and the council approved it. Then it becomes public record.
Now, were all the new people wanting to be city councilmen, were they there last night at the meeting to see how this deal works?
I think a couple of people was there when they Mr. Gill.
Yeah.
But we had a huge crowd. I mean, I encouraged people to come. We had almost a full house, which was kind of exciting for everybody to be there. There was a long city council agenda. One of the great things that the city council approved last night was almost $3 million in total cost for the new electrical substation for Carpenter Technology. Man, they are doing groundwork and going wide up.
I saw that today. Yeah, Ronnie, let's talk a little bit about this article Ben Montgomery wrote in Decatur Daily over the weekend. Athens seeks to keep young people here in Athens. Now, is that trying to do like Decatur's trying to do? You're trying to lure young people to stay living here or living and working here? Because are there that many job opportunities available right here for young folks?
I talked to the reporter for Decatur Daily, and let me just try to summarize this real quickly. For about 2 or 3 months, I've been meeting with an exciting, energetic young female that is Jackie Warner and Holly Holman, and we've done research, or they have, I shouldn't say we, they have done research about how effective a youth leadership group is in a city. There's been some parts of that already throughout the years. Used to be an old JC's program with through the chamber, and this I'm trying to look at organizing a youth commission and trying.
Now, when you say youth, Ronnie, what age group does that?
Yeah, let me tell you.
What's the demo
I'll tell you
on
real
that?
briefly what our thoughts are. We're going to the school board on Thursday night. I'd like to try to pull about 3 members from the 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, some from Athens Bible School, and some from Lindsay Lane, and open it to the homeschooled individuals to see what interest they have. Start with the education process of city, county, state government. Expand that to the concepts and the overall umbrella of what city government is all about, and then say, young people, if you had an opportunity to come back to Athens in 10 to 15 years, how do you want your city to look? What plans would you do? You know, help us think about what you would like to see. And it's just an opportunity for this group. If they don't stay interested, then they can drop out. And maybe the 9th graders will stay interested in the 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, and we can keep moving.
But isn't this a problem? A lot of cities like Athens and Decatur experience right now. Young people think they've got to move to Huntsville, for example, to be successful. I mean, even though they're going to be working on Redstone or somewhere like that, they can still live here and drive over there.
I had a gentleman yesterday walk up and said, we moved here about 3 years ago. I wouldn't think about moving me and my family and grandkids anywhere else. We love this town. We love walking around. It's safe, it's environmental friendly, it's a good education system, and I just want to build that. City Council and all of us just wants to continue to build that.
What are your thoughts? I got this out of the Times Daily over in the shows there, because Scumbia is contacted Chick-fil-A headquarters asking for a Chick-fil-A. Is this going to be, y'all think, going to be coming up more and more people, cities wanting Chick-fil-A?
I think so. You look at
Matthew said his were up 200% that day. A lot of folks I know over in the shows there ran out of food. You know, some of them were 500 to 600%.
Yeah.
So
we're going to try to get Matthew to open Chick-fil-A number 2.
Chick-fil-A number 2?
Matthew, if you're out there.
Hey, I know we're probably going to get some a little bit of bad publicity on the Grease Festival coming up in September. Because Alabama just got rated, it's in the papers this morning, 4th fattest state in the Union. Thank goodness for Louisiana, Mississippi, and West Virginia.
Yeah. Aww. Well, I think that's a good opportunity to tell people to come out on that day. And the other 364 days out of the year, take care of yourself, exercise, get out there on that walking trail.
Yeah, it's great. And I see you kind of Jimmy, how's your campaign going?
Good, good. I got about 75%.
People still donating to it. You ought just pay me for some TV time just to keep somebody from.
I'm gonna drop some in the cup.
Drop some in the cup over there.
He's also
you know, Friday. Let me again remind you folks. Friday is the last day to register for city elections. Ronnie, how many people actually? I know Athens got a population of 22,000, but how many are registered voters in the city?
Well, last time on the city election, you had about 40% vote. Around 5,500 people voted. So that, if my math's right, that's somewhere around 15,000 registered voters.
Should this be a big turnout? this next election?
Well, I sure hope so. I hope there's enough interest in the mayor's race. But other than that, there's a couple of city council races that do not have competition. Like Mr. Gill said, his campaign's doing great.
Yeah, I mean, Harold's probably the same way.
Harold Wells is doing great.
Harold probably.
But I hope there's a good turnout. This is important. We are nonpartisan, folks. We don't align with party politics. We take on issues, try to resolve them, and I hope you'll get out to vote on August 28th.
What is either one of you guys' opinion on Mitt Romney's selection of Paul Ryan as vice president? I think it's good myself.
Well, me too. I'm pretty much too tied up in my own election.
Yeah, you ain't got time to worry about national
deal.
deals.
City right now.
Call me if you need anything else. There's your ad right there. Election August 28th. Vote Ronnie Marks for mayor of Athens. I think you're doing a good job there, Mayor.
Well, thank you, sir.
And
we're
Jimmy?
working hard. Yeah.
One of these days, somebody's going to run against you, man.
Not for 4, is it 4 years?
4 years.
Oh,
you don't have to worry about it.
4 years.
Don't have to worry about it. Hey, we're going to take a break. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
I got the Trinity reunion coming up.
Oh, yeah.
September.
You got what?
Trinity reunion.
When's that? When is that?
September 1st, 30th, and 31st.
Yeah.
September. Okay, end of September.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that.
We'll talk more. We got plenty of time to
That'll
start
be a
talking
huge
about that.
crowd.
That'll be a huge crowd.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend coming up, right after my big birthday, so y'all don't forget
You
that. We're going to
stop.
be
We have
cooking
to
out
do
on
this
August
for a
30th. Have y'all up here after the election and go from there. Hey, when we come back, we're going to run a little bit more of that Benny Carl interview off the cuff. And if you got somebody you'd like for us to feature, just let us know. Right now, let's take a break on a Tuesday morning edition of Cooper Company Live. Y'all hang on.